people, welcome back to my channel, Being Louisa. So today is such a lovely day and I am of course running late. Well, I'm semi-running late. I'm technically going to be early anyway, but I'm running late for the time that I wanted to personally leave. But I have the Hillsong Colour Conference today, which I'm so excited about. I cannot wait to go and worship God with a whole arena full of women, and there are going to be such amazing speakers there, and I'm so excited. But I wanted to get there quite early, but of course I'm behind my schedule. But I did wake up this morning like totally tired. But anyway, this video was requested almost maybe a month ago. I don't even know, it's been so long now. But this video was requested by one of our new members, Caribbean Curls, and it was how do I balance placement and YouTube, which is such a valid question. So I was like, let's make a video. How do I balance uni life, midwifery placement and YouTube? That's a great question, because even I don't know sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, there's not enough hours in the day and not enough hours in the week for me to do things. It's kind of crazy, but when it comes down to it, you just get things done. It's like the other day I was like doing my finances / budgeting, and I was like, there's not enough money, I'm going to be short. And then that saying, which I heard ages ago, it's like trying to make a dollar out of 50 cents or whatever it is. That term or phrase really like stuck out in my head like the other day. It's like, wow, I really am trying to make like a pound out of like 15p. And like that's like me with like the weeks, like I'm really trying to fit in so many things in my week that it's like, wait, when am I actually gonna sleep? Like when am I gonna actually eat? And when am I gonna like cook? It is crazy, but you kind of just get things done. I feel like that's just how it is in life. Sometimes you look at things, you're like, wow, like how am I gonna do this? But you just do it. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so how do I manage it all? Well, my golden rule is you've got to be flexible. Something's always gonna have to give. There's like no stopping that, there's no doubt in that. Something will always have to give. So for me, that something was cheerleading, obviously, like as you guys know, but also when I'm feeling mentally or like emotionally down or drained, I will not make a video that week. Like I won't push myself. I will feel guilty about it, but I won't push myself to make a video, because I will need those couple of hours I would take for me to get ready and film and then edit to just sleep. Like I will just do it. You'll see that there's weeks when I don't film something because I'm not feeling great. That's just how it is. It's life. Something has to give. And also, like, so I don't really have the biggest social life. I'm starting to get a little social life, but I don't have the biggest social life, so that's not really a problem with me. And then like uni life, as in like uni coursework and stuff, I've kind of made this a rule. When I'm on placement, I don't stress about revising, because I feel like that for me will just take away from all my energy being on placement and actually learning stuff. Because if I'm stressed out that I'm not revising something, then I won't be learning on placement. So when it comes to uni work, I tend to only do it when I'm scheduled in for uni. So when we're on uni blocks, which is usually like about a week or two at a time, I will do as much revision as I can then. Otherwise, when I'm on placement, I don't do any revision. Like that's like right now I'm reading Ina May Gaskin's Spiritual Midwifery, which is technically revision because I'm at that part of the book where she's talking about all of the anatomy and physiology of the body and pregnancy and labor. So I'm technically revising, but it doesn't feel like revising. But yeah, when it comes to like uni work, I do it when I'm on uni blocks. If I'm feeling up to it, I do read a little bit extra whenever I can, but I'm not stressing myself and not pushing myself, because a lot of people have told me, like, you know, first year it counts, but it doesn't necessarily count completely towards your grades as compared to second and third year. So I'm not stressing too much about like extra revision, but if I feel like I don't know something and I really have the urge to find out, I will do some research or I'll watch a YouTube video about it. So yeah. And then placement is a tough one, because you get to that point where you're like, I'm basically working full time. Like I am working full time, but I'm paying for it and I'm not getting paid. And it's like, that's when it gets so stressful, because you're like, if I'm paying for it, I should have a choice in whether I go in or not. But obviously you don't. Like you just have to go in because it's placement, it's part of your degree. And there's just times like with me, especially with considering the financial aspect, it does stress me out. But then I'm like, you know what, I'm not even going to think about that, and I just push it aside. But when I think about some of the single parents in my course, or some of like the parents parents who have partners, I'm like, how are you guys not always stressed out? I would always be stressed out if I had to know I had to provide for my kids, myself, and my partner. Like, yeah, and also like, say your partner is providing, but still, like, you still got to provide for yourself and your kids. Oh my gosh, I would be stressed out so much because placement is full-time. I'm working right now because I'm on labor and delivery. I'm doing 11.5-hour shifts. Well, technically they're 12.5-hour shifts, but you get an hour break. So I'm doing 11.5-hour shifts, and I'm doing those 3 days a week. So that's mind-blowing. I just held up all my running hours, and it's about 500 and something hours from all of my placement hours, and I'm like, whoa, like I can't, like, oh my gosh, it's so many hours. But yeah, it's like in a week I do what? I do about 34.5 hours a week on placement, and that's a lot. That is a lot. It's not as much as I used to do when I was working full-time, but it's still a lot of hours, especially when you're doing 12.5-hour shift and you only get an hour break, and sometimes those shifts are overnight and you're not a night person, so you're like kind of dead the next day. So yeah, it's a lot, but you kind of just do it. You hopefully get your rota about a month beforehand, so you can plan out that month and you know what you can and can't do during those weeks. And if you have kids, you know when to schedule childcare, and you know when you're gonna be home, and all those important things. But yeah, I know it's a lot. And then balancing YouTube, again, that has to do with like having your rota and being quite organized. So I get my rota a month beforehand, and I'll either sounds really bad, but I like, when I know my days off, I will dedicate a couple of days to going home, because I love to go home to my mum. Like, halls is just, I can't wait to move out of halls, let's just put it that way. Like, it's not the people, it's the actual halls themselves and how it's run. I don't like the fact that there's people walking up and down the hallways. I don't like that the fire alarm goes off all the freaking time. So yeah, no, I cannot wait to move out. So I'm usually at home on my days off. So yeah, so I'll like plan some days to go home, and then I'll make sure I'm here at halls either 1 or 2 days that I have off, so that I can film a video. And I generally like to edit it and upload it here, because the Wi-Fi is way faster than it is at my house. If you ever see on Twitter that I'm uploading a video and I'm like, oh, but I'm at home, expect the video to be like uploaded 8 hours later, whereas here it uploads within 10 minutes. So big difference. But yeah, so I kind of try and plan it out that way, of like, when am I going to be here, when am I not going to be here. And then also, if I already know what I'm going to film, I will write it up, which I don't usually do, but I've been doing it for the last couple. So I like write up a rough plan of what I want to do, and then I will film it, and I'll try edit it either on one of my lunch breaks, or edit it after a shift, or you know, like I just try and edit it whenever I can, and then upload it whenever I can. But it is more of a hit and miss with me, I feel like, because when I try to have a schedule, I never keep it. So I don't tend to have a YouTube schedule. The only schedule I do have for YouTube is I'm going to upload once a week. That's my goal, is to upload once a week. Yeah, that's kind of like how I manage it. I don't know, it's not really great, but that is how I manage it. I've kind of just got to like look at the whole picture, remember what I'm doing, the course I'm doing, and the fact that I knew going into the course that there would be sacrifices, especially in the sense of personal life. So it's not a big shock to me. I think it's a shock how mentally and emotionally tired you get, as well as physically tired. But mentally and emotionally, that can really inhibit you from doing extracurricular things. So after placement, I'll be so tired that I don't even want to revise. Like, I don't want to think about revising or even reading a book for fun. No, that just goes out the window. And that also means that I don't/can't film a video. But then I'm like, but it's YouTube, and it's for, like, if it's a video for you guys, like, I feel so bad that it's taking me this long to film this video for one of you guys, and I've got another video that someone else requested, and I've taken so long to film that I feel bad as well. But you know, this is just how it kind of lined up, and the other videos just happened to have to be filmed before this video. So it's just how it is. But I've learned to accept that there will be things that I will plan to do and I can't follow through on. So yeah, it's a tough one to learn, but it is something that you kind of got to do. It's being on placement, even though like right now I'm doing 3 days a week, I feel like as much as you plan, sometimes plans won't work out, and sometimes you'll forget to plan things. It's just one of those things, like, you've just got to plan as much as you can, but then be okay with the fact that your plans aren't going to work out, which for like all 20 years of my life I've kind of found that really redundant until I started this course. Like, I was like, what's the point of me planning when every time I plan to do something it never works out, and I'd always get so upset. And then I started this course and I was like, budget, I don't care, like, it's not gonna work out. Oh well, at least I tried, at least I planned. But anyway, I've gone off on a little rant for some reason. So that's kind of how I manage uni life, placement, and YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it gave you a little insight onto my brain and the way I think. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this really sunny day here in London. And until next week, keep on being you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below with any questions or suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe to get weekly updates. Bye. Bye y'all.